If you're the kind of person who tells yourself, I want to be rich, successful, and free, but find yourself wasting your afternoons swiping through TikTok in bed, sleeping 3 times a day, and binge watching Netflix when you know damn well you got work to be done, this video is for you. Now step back with me, because if you're watching this, there is likely a war in your head at the moment. Half of you is yelling, let's build, let's change, let's become something. And the other half, let's just chill, let's not fail, let's stay comfortable. This is what I refer to as the ambition split. It's like having a lion and a sloth wrestling with each other in you. The lion is itching to conquer, to rise, to thrive. The sloth just needs a nap and a snack. And the thing is, however you feed it, you're winning. But how do you feed the lion when everything about your being is all about living to keep the sloth comfortable? Simple. Begin creating evidence. Because right now you likely don't trust yourself. You set intentions. Once you set the intention, you will find it easier to follow through, and within a week, you will have made significant progress and changes. You have said, this is my year. You've purchased the apps, watched the TED Talks, created the vision board, and nothing changed after that. That failure to follow through? That's what you've become. You start thinking, maybe I'm just not wired for this. That's a lie. You're not a failure. You just haven't had enough wins yet to prove otherwise. Think about this. Confidence is not built through words. It's built through the act of showing up when you say you will, even if it's dirty, even if it's ugly, even if it's small. So if you want to silence that slothful voice in your mind, start doing the things you tell yourself you're going to do. Even a tiny one like, I'm going to read 5 pages today. Commit to it, because the more you do, the more your mind starts to think, wait a minute, maybe we actually are the kind of person who does what they say. Maybe we actually are the type who gets it done. I'm going to tell you the truth. You're not lazy, you're misaligned. You've got drive, but your habits are still catching up. And today I'm going to dissect how to hack your lazy thinking, access your drive, and actually start creating the life you want. So if you're drivey but lazy, bear with me here. This is going to hurt, but it could change your life. You've got big dreams, don't you? Millionaire by 30, six-pack by summer, business owner, financial freedom, passive income. We all desire it. But this is what most people do not know. Like James Clear said, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Now, if your system is one where you wake up at noon, watch YouTube productivity videos, and do ironically nothing about your future, then you're not lazy. You're just in a dopamine loop. You've conditioned your brain to seek ease, not progress. So when something is challenging, like reading, starting a business, or even hitting the gym, your brain whacks you with, yeah, let's do it later. And that later turns into tomorrow, then next week, and then never. Let me illustrate a brutal reality. Being ambitious and undisciplined is like having a Ferrari, but with no gas. Looks cool, but it doesn't really go anywhere. So let's talk about this cycle you're in. You have motivation, you feel energized. You do nothing and you feel guilty. Rings a bell, doesn't it? Don't worry, because this is how we fix it. It is important to understand that action makes things clearer and sparks motivation. Searching for that feeling like doing it idea is the greatest ripoff your mind can ever give itself. So if you're in need of motivation, start by taking action, even if it is something tiny. You'd be surprised to see the difference that just acting has on our mind. One push-up, one ice-cold shower, one email, 1 minute of clear work. Anything that seems relatively small. Understand that it's not a 0 to 100 issue, it's 0 to 1. This would condition your brain into seeking out productivity. Start implementing that and notice yourself becoming more proactive than you've already been. So we've realized by now that this is a how to trick your brain kind of situation. And frankly, this is where it becomes strategic. I'd like to present you 5 hacks for tricking your lazy brain into motion with ambition as your fuel. Believe me when I say this, it'll change your life. I agree, laziness prevails because it's comfy to stay the same. Nobody likes to mess up their comfort zone, right? But then staying stuck in a loop? Yeah, that's certain. The best hack I've found is to associate something negative with you being the same. Let me explain. Ask yourself, if I don't do something about this right now, where will I be in 5 years? Will I still be in debt, out of shape, with regrets? Will I be that person who nearly made it but couldn't? Write that out. Feel it. Burn it into your brain. You see, pain drives action more than pleasure ever will. Ambitious people love big goals. But here's the irony. Big goals overwhelm you, while smaller ones keep you moving. Instead of saying, I'll write a book, say I'll write for 10 minutes. Instead of saying, I'll build $1 million business, say I'll talk to one customer today. We need to constantly remind ourselves that success is the result of small wins, repeated daily. This method is amazing. Now, if you're lazy, lean into it. The idea is to design systems so easy that failure becomes harder than success. Want to read more? Put your book next to your bed. Want to work out? Sleep in your gym clothes. Want to focus? Delete social apps from your phone. Yeah, that would kill us, right? But you see, the idea is to make the lazy option the productive one. Okay, now this one's big. Start by stopping yourself from chasing outcomes. This way you start becoming someone. Don't say, I want to be rich. Instead say, I'm the kind of person who builds wealth. Don't say, I want to lose weight. Say, I'm the kind of person who works out daily. Positive reinforcement, you see? It's simple, actually. When your identity shifts, your behavior follows. This one's my favorite. If it takes less than 2 minutes, it's not really a task. At this point, not doing it is basically an excuse. Quoting David Allen's Getting Things Done, if a task takes 2 minutes or less, do it immediately. It reprograms your mind to be an executor, not a procrastinator. You'll get momentum, which is something sloth can't compete with. Now, I know what you're thinking. These tips are simple, too simple. And that's actually the best part. Success isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters every single time. You don't need a 47-step productivity system. You need a few habits that you'll actually do. And if you're still wondering if keeping it simple is the way to be, I'm going to introduce you to one of the laziest yet most successful individuals I know, and how he turned laziness into a tool in his arsenal. Meet Josh. Now, Josh is one of the wealthiest individuals I know. He works only 2 hours a day, resides in Bali, and has made millions on uninteresting websites. Now, while I know that, I also know that Josh is as lazy as it can get. He despises meetings. He hates 9-to-5 lifestyle, and he detests complexity. But shockingly, this is what became his superpower. He asked himself, what's the simplest, most scalable way to make money online without dealing with people? That's when he built a faceless YouTube automation channel, ranked affiliate websites, and started selling templates. No team, no chaos. His rule? Simple. If it takes more than 30 minutes a day, I'm not doing it. Josh is a living proof that laziness, when aimed correctly, becomes leverage. The strategy isn't to hustle perpetually, it is to create systems where you don't have to. So yes, Josh utilized laziness to his advantage. But here's the twist. He didn't just sit around and anticipate things to change overnight. Somewhat magically, he acted. He made one good decision, then another, and just kept piling up little incremental wins. And that's what you must do too. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to have 10 hours per day. But here's something about Josh that I didn't share with you. Before Josh became successful, he worked for 3 straight years, attempting everything that he could have wrapped his mind around. Drop shipping, cryptocurrency, coaching. He attempted everything, but failed, repeatedly. But he did one thing correctly. He kept asking himself better questions. While most people will ask, what's the quickest way to make money? Josh asked, what's the most laziness I can inject into the system that makes money without me? And that right there, that's elite level thinking. He never attempted to change who he was. He took full advantage of it and embraced it. He used his natural tendencies and developed a system that worked for him. Your laziness is not the issue. Your failure to work with it, however, is. Now, to help you gain that momentum, I have a 30-day plan that can get you starting from scratch. Let's get started. All right, so if you're still here, this is your time to shine. Let's transform your life in 30 days, and this is how you do that. For each day for the next 30 days, do 3 things. Number 1, move for 10 minutes. Walk your dog, do yoga. It doesn't matter what you do, just find something. Number 2, do something for 10 minutes. Repair a faucet, clean your room, whatever gets your ball rolling. Number 3, learn something for 10 minutes. Read the history, enroll in an online workshop, whatever you prefer, really. That's it. 30 minutes a day, no more, no less. No excuses, no perfection, just raw dedication. And this is what will happen after 30 days. You'll feel more confident. You'll have momentum. You'll prove to yourself that you can, in fact, change. Because once you realize that you're in charge, everything changes. One of the deadliest lies that I've seen propagating is, "I've got time." You don't. You actually don't. The years will pass by and the regrets will accumulate. It won't be long till you realize that it was not a matter of motivation that you lacked. It was an alarm clock. So stop binge watching. Stop drawing out your perfect life. Stop talking about someday. Instead, start doing what needs to be done. We need to realize that success isn't hard. It's just not easy. It is high time that you realize your potential. And to help you do that, I've given you a solid blueprint. Be comfortable with a little discomfort for the next 30 days, and you'd thank yourself for years that will follow. You have 2 options right now. Close this video and go back to mindless scrolling, or make a line in the sand and say, "That's it. I'm done messing around. I'm creating my future starting today." Let's get started. So if this video punched you in the face like it was supposed to, forward it to someone who needs to see it. If you are serious about changing your life, leave a comment that is something like, "I'm done waiting," so I know who is actually about it and not just yapping. And if you want more, punch you in the face with reality kind of videos, smash that subscribe button and join the crew. No fluff, no filters, only real progress. Now get up and get grinding. 30 minutes. You owe yourself that much.